Thank you, lovely people. Most welcome to the page here on GBC News. This is where we get those who matter when it comes to sports development. And remember, we've been telling you and keep hyping it that Ghana has gotten the nod to host the Africa Youth and Juniors Weightlifting Championship, and it's a massive thing. And so leadership have been working around the clock 24/7, and today they've gotten a little bit of time to join us here in the studio to throw some light on it. Do you know the date that is happening? It is this month, but do you know the specific dates that it's going to happen? Do you know why you should be there? Do you know why you should take a particular look at the sport called weightlifting? Yes, so today we'll be delving into it and try to see how ready Team Ghana is for this particular one and winning all the medals. Do we even have all the weight categories that will be on display for us to really prove to the world that indeed our boys and girls can do it? I've been joined by the Deputy Secretary General of the Ghana Weightlifting Federation, Mr. Gideon Sackey in the house. He has not been sleeping. In fact, it's among the team that have been roaming about the Bukom Box Arena, going to companies to support everything they've been doing. Giddy, most welcome.
Thank you very much, Theo.
How's the feeling like?
Well, it's a nostalgic feeling, but a stressful one and a very busy one. But we are managing. I mean, we don't have a choice.
How is it hosting an event where everything is on your shoulder? The whole Ghana is watching Ghana Weightlifting. You said you do okay.
Well, I mean, it's an event that's going to showcase Ghana, and so we shouldn't look at it as a weightlifting event only. We should see it as a national event, just as we see Ghana hosting football, Ghana hosting probably handball or any other sports. We should see Ghana hosting the weightlifting tournament as something that's going to bring the glory to Ghana and not just to weightlifting. Okay. So it's incumbent on all of us to put our hands together, join forces with the executive body of the federation and then any other member who comes or calls on you to help. I mean, it's like you stated earlier on, it's a very tedious job. Just getting, I would only give an example, just getting even the venue. I'm sure you've heard about what really happened. Getting the venue was a very tough one. So fortunately for us, we've got a president who is very, very who likes the sport.
Yes.
And a very dynamic one. And so, but for his intervention and a lot of things, we would even have lost the venue. And you can imagine having done all your media works, your graphics, telling the Weightlifting Federation of Africa and then the International Weightlifting Federation that you are hosting it at the Bukom Sports Emporium, and then you have the venue changed. You can imagine. So it's a bit difficult, but we are managing.
Great. Let's look at things that have been put on the ground. So now we know the countdown is on. We are less than 15 days away, or let's say 10 days.
We have about seven
days more to go. How ready is everything? Tell us.
No, we are extremely ready. We've been watching the media landscape over the week. During the week, you would realize that about 3 times the president himself, Honorable Ahmed Shaib, has been at the event grounds, making sure that everything is in place. So we've secured a venue, whatever thing that would be needed. Would have people from West Africa, the Weightlifting Federation of Africa coming in from next Tuesday.
Okay.
To also come and join in and then help. We have our technical director for the Ghana Weightlifting Federation, Mr. Carl P.S. He would also be coming on Tuesday to also help. So everything is in place, and we want to give Ghana and the whole of Africa a good show. The plan is not to only host Africa. We are looking at hosting the world. And so we want to do something now.
You mean the Ghana one? I see the sweat.
No, I mean, you see, everything that's happened for the first time,
okay,
we would usually come with a lot of, a few hitches and glitches. But when you learn from this experience in doing the future one, it would go smoothly.
So
and I'm
you
sure,
are just being audacious.
Very, very. I mean, in fact, when we even submitted our bid to host the competition, we're a bit skeptical. Are we able to do this? But fortunately for Ghana, when we hosted the African Games last year, and in fact 2 years ago, the president and then the secretary general and treasurer who came from Africa, that's in the African leadership, when they came, the things they saw, how they were treated by the president and by the Ghanaian people and then by the Ghana Weightlifting Federation, they felt that when the experience they've had, if they should get all Africa coming to Ghana and they also get that same experience, it would be marvelous.
Wow.
And so when they left, the president himself came back.
Oh, okay.
The WFA president came back to Ghana to come and do one or two things, and then even to come and meet the heads. And you know, Ghana and our hospitality, we took him through all the other presidents. So he was like, no, I mean, Ghana can do this hosting. And so we plead with all of you. I mean, yourself, your good self, and any other corporate institution to come on board and help. At least we have 7 days, but these few 7 days can do magic. And we want Ghanaian people to help in doing and making this dream of ours a reality.
So far as we speak now, how many African countries have really penciled and told you that we will be part?
So currently we have about between 17 and 20, like who have confirmed. And I want to, I can go through those countries for you.
Go through so that Ghanaians really appreciate the magnitude of work you guys are doing and what we are going to do again. All eyes will be on Africa and Ghana again.
Exactly. So we have Algeria,
okay.
We have Botswana, we have Cameroon, we have Congo, we have Egypt, we have Kenya, Eswatini, Libya, Mauritania, Mauritius, Morocco, Nigeria, Senegal, Sierra Leone, South Africa, Tunisia, and then Uganda.
Wow. And so in forecasting, how many athletes are we going to see on the podium?
We currently are looking at about 147 athletes.
Wow.
147 athletes. And then fortunately for us, we are having the president of Weightlifting Federation of Africa and then his secretary and then the deputy secretary coming. In fact, the deputy secretary is coming in on Wednesday.
Okay.
We would proceed, and then we would have some few technical people coming in earlier. And we would also have, fortunately, we've not had it often, but we would have the International Weightlifting Federation president himself, Mr. Jalud, also coming to Ghana. And so we would have a combination of Africa and then the world. So we want to showcase something so that when he also goes, and then we come in with a bid to probably organize or host future events for the international body. It would also be excited about it. The path has been open
already for us. So let's zero into Team Ghana. How are the boys and girls feeling?
So yesterday I was going for an interview, and before I went for the interview, I called the coach, and I was telling the coach that, coach, I'm going for an interview, and I know as part of the questions I am to answer, it would feature most that Team Ghana, we are hosting. What are our operations? What's our operation towards the games? And he said, I asked him, how many of our athletes do you think can give us medals? He says, currently we have about 12 athletes competing in this tournament. And he can assure me that we would have 10 medals.
Out of the 12?
Out of the 12, not the 12 athletes, but we are getting 10 medals. The 10 medals is said that you have two different categories. We have the clean and jerk, we have the snatch and all those things. There are two technical things in the competition. I'm sure you know about that already. If we don't do well at all, at least 10 medals we should. And out of the 10 medals, we are looking at about 4 gold.
Wow.
So I said, I am going to make the promise on your behalf. I just want to, because I've also seen what the team can do and what the coaches are doing. And in fact, when you go for their trainings, we are at their training grounds with the president, Honorable Jerry, on Tuesday, just to see what they are doing and then encourage them to do more. And you can see the enthusiasm and the gusto with which they were doing their things. And I'm sure that if we should get them these encouragements and pushing them on, because they are really trying. You can imagine students having to go to school, close from school, come to training, or even sometimes come to training, finish training, go to school, close from school, come back to training and all that. I mean, they are trying, and I'm very sure and certain that the coach wouldn't disappoint us, and Team Ghana will not disappoint Ghanaians.
So, how many are we fielding? We are the host country, so how many athletes roughly are we going to field in all the weight categories?
So we are doing 12.
We are doing 12.
12 athletes. Okay. Yeah, 12 athletes. Because this one is the youth and junior championship. It's not a general one. So the general one, you could be able to field a number of athletes. But this one is just for the junior. The age category is from 14 to 20.
Okay.
So...
Our females?
Yeah, we have a lot of females.
How is the conditioning like?
In fact, the number of females in the team outweighs that of the male. You can imagine.
Hey, so you will be the first federation to throw more light on the ladies than the men.
Exactly.
Is it that the men are not enough? Or it's a deliberate thing that...
No, not deliberate. These events are trying to help us get a lot of people getting to know what really the sport is about.
Okay.
You know, people feel weightlifting is just like bodybuilding.
Okay.
So they feel weightlifting is going to lift the weight, but they do not know the technicalities in the whole thing. And so I'm sure with this competition and with the mileage you are getting through people like you and then other media houses, people would get to know what really the sport is about. And so it will now create the enthusiasm. We've had one of our board members, Professor Kwoti,
Okay.
who has also been sanctioned by the president or to deal with having plans to go to the regions.
Okay.
Because you see, we would have to get people at the various regions. It shouldn't be only Accra centered, where we would have only athletes from Accra, but we should have people in the Western region, Volta region, who would be interested in the sports. But they can't be interested when they don't know what the sports is about.
Okay.
And so competitions like these and other competitions would get them know more about the sports. And so I think after the 22nd, when the competition and everything will be done, we would get a lot of enthusiasm from people to join the sports.
And again, this sports has been with us. We know the school stint in the past was organized here and there. But one thing that goes with sports is the likeness from corporate Ghana institutions. They are calling that they can, meaning that enough are not on board.
Yes, enough. We don't have enough, I honestly speaking.
Okay.
Even for this competition and the tournament, we've written to a number of corporate bodies. And funny enough, you call some of them and then they'll tell you we'll revert.
Okay.
We'll call you, we'll revert. We've gone to office, we've gone to this. But we've had the support of the president. And I would if you realize from my from the interview, I keep mentioning him because he's doing a yeoman's job for the federation. But for him, a lot of things would have gone haywire.
Okay.
We've also had support from, like I mentioned earlier, SNIT.
Okay.
SNIT is doing very well. The cost of the venue, I'm sure you know about it. But for their intervention and that of the president, wouldn't have even had the place to host it. We also have Ironman supplements. Ironman is, the sports really deals
a lot the Ironman group. So when it comes
with
to
supplements and
bodybuilding, fitness,
exactly
these things.
And when we contacted him, he was so willing to help the federation. And even when we contacted, the first day we contacted him, he gave the Team Ghana some of the supplements and then some of the, and he's willing to do more for the federation.
Okay.
We also have a bit of support from Accra City Hotel.
Okay.
They will be hosting. That's where the athletes and then the degrees will be held. Will be accommodated. Sorry. And then we are also doing Central Hotel.
Okay.
We've also had a few media partners, and I'm sure from today with people like you would have GTV also helping with.
Let's see how it goes. We are always. That's why you are here. We are always there to throw spotlight on what really matters to the Ghanaian youth, because at the end of the day, it's the Ghanaian youth.
Exactly.
Without the Ghanaian, you can't do it. So the Ghanaian youth going out there, taking them off the street, giving them hope that indeed, when you play sports, you can become somebody in future.
Sure.
There should be a way, and we see them do it every day and every day. Now, if you look at what is going to happen now, in terms of our technical acumen, are we going to see there are times there are international events like this, and then on the sidelines there will be refereeing or umpiring calls, there will be coaches calls here and there, there will be other seminars around. Are we going to see something like that, or is just going to see boom with your culture that you used to open the event and then the euphoria? Is that all, or there will be other seminars here for people?
You are so versed in these things that when you speak, I should rather be the one interviewing you because you really know the game. I mean, so the program we are looking at receiving them in the country. So their arrival will be on the 15th.
Okay.
So 15th of August, that's when they would all arrive. On the 16th, we would have those seminars. So we would have a medical seminar, we would have a congress. We would also have anti-doping seminars, all on the 16th. There will be other seminars on the 17th. But the 17th would also be the opening ceremony. And then after the opening ceremony, we would have the first competition. So there will be one competition on the 17th.
Okay.
But on the 15th would be when they would come in. 16th would be for the various seminars and then a few trainings. There will be a few refereeing courses like you've said. So those ones will be on the sidelines.
Okay.
But the main event starts on the 17th. So there will be only one competition on the 17th, and then 18th would continue with the competition 19th, 20th. By 21st, we are done, and then 22nd, we'd have the closing ceremony on the 21st, and then 22nd, they all depart.
For my people, that's my supporters group, friends, that really coming to the Emporium. Is there any fee being charged? Is it free? Paint the mental pictures for aside the beautiful thing you've done there, the staging, the lighting, everything.
No. You see, like we stated earlier on, the sport is, even though the sport has been in existence for a very long time, it's the publicity about the sport is not so out there. And so we've written to various senior high schools, almost all the senior high schools in Ghana. We give them letters inviting them to come in and witness the sport. That is where we would want to build the enthusiasm from. So it is a free event. We are not paying, no one is paying anything. Just come in from the 17th to witness Africa showcase their talents. And know more about the sports, because it's not like the normal weightlifting. There are technicalities and all that. And when people watch it for the first time, it's like magic. They just generate some love.
There is this magnetic force that pushes them. It's less like a bag. You'll be stinking.
Exactly.
Then you love it.
Yeah.
And then the reason people need to come, because there is this misconception here and there about the sport, whether Awudade, Achidade, and stuff like that. So that's why we want to really know exactly what it really entails. So for them coming, what about the gyms? Are they ready to come on board?
We are currently dealing with the weightlifting gym in at the stadium. That's where we would be. The various countries would be doing their training.
I mean gyms in the country. There are some gymnasiums around. People come there and just come and push them. But the technicalities you talk about, you don't know. So people just come, then they do. So now that there is going to be proper competition, maybe they coming aboard to come and see, so this is the right way. So I'll just about see my weight and just giving me one bar to carry, and I'm going to.
So you know what happened? When we closed the gym for the renovation, and that one too, thanks to the president.
I know.
You know that.
So viewers, whilst we talk, the president has walked in, so he will join us on set in some few seconds. But let's go.
So when we closed the gym for the renovation, we contacted a number of gyms to help the athletes train. And so they those gyms, I'm sure those athletes, when they went there, they showed and then they showcased how the sport is done. And so we've also written to a number of them just to come and witness and then know how. For that, we have technical team, and the technical, they would go around and then be doing those things and then showing them how to deal with it. And then that is when they develop or they show interest in the sports. So if you don't show interest in the sports, you can't.
They have the interest. I'm telling you, we see what we have right now. So viewers, we'll be right back in the GP. Our time is running, but we need to get a president here to just give us a word so our Ghanaians will see. So we have our deputy minority leader in parliament in the South. What Glalekeba?
Deputy
minority
whip.
Okay. Deputy minority whip. So when he calls you, you have to. So Honorable Jerry is in the house. So we just pass through for a brief moment. Just hear his voice. The reason you should be at the Sports Emporium, the reason you should push this agenda of weightlifting to the height it deserves. So we'll be right back. Honorable, so we have the most sought after personality in the sports ecosystem and the political landscape. As is now, we are all mourning, yes, and may the souls of the aged rest in perfect peace. We don't want to cry because I saw Dr. Omani Boama. He was with us in sports some time back. He was our deputy youth and sports minister. Honorable, quickly, your thoughts on the sad thing. What do you see about from the sports angle? Weightlifting. What do you say to the families and then the departed soul?
Yeah, well, that we had a very devastating news, and some of us have been very distraught, but God knows better. I mean, like you rightly stated, Dr. Manibama was once a deputy sports minister, and I am in parliament with Honorable Mutala. In fact, he's one person I normally meet during my morning walks, together with his family. So you can understand the kind of devastation. I mean, it keeps ringing, and especially when you make reference to the children and the wife, and when they are working together, very young lads. It's not easy, but sad.
May their souls rest in perfect peace. You are here because Ghana is getting ready. Because I knew that when the D-Day comes, you invite all of them.
Yes, I actually tried to chip in on the floor of Parliament, and when the first deputy speaker had to tell me that it wasn't a statement, when I made a statement on behalf of
Ali Jara.
Ali Jara, and so I tried to chip in that weightlifting is going to host the whole of Africa, and we are going to start that from 15th of August to 22nd. So I tried to make that submission on the floor, but let me also use this platform to invite all and sundry, not just members of Parliament. I mean, each and every person that believes in sports is going to be Africa in Ghana. And therefore, Ghanaians as we are, we need to come and show how hospitable we are, how accommodating we are, how professional we are, how sportsmanly and womanly we are. So this will be a very good platform to show talent and passion, and to expect that all the people, especially within that vicinity, the Gamashi enclave, would come and join us and make the sport an attractive one. It's going to be exciting. I'm sure, like Gideon told you, it's not just like powerlifting or, it comes with, or much, it comes with a lot of technicalities and skills. When people appreciate it, they always want to be a part of it. So we are counting on each and every person. I'm more interested in one, sponsorship. We still are having problems with a host of things. I mean, with such programs, you are made a reference point. You are seen as the one to bring in the cash. You are seen as the one to go and raise funding to do the program, because it's already, they see it as an honor, for you to even host the program, to host the competition. So with the moment you are given the right to host the competition, you have been honored. So the other issues that are to be taken care of must come from you, including raising funds to pay paramedics, ambulance, transportation, some accommodation, taking care of ITOs, that's the technical officers, even Team Ghana. I mean, as we sit here, weightlifting is working on giving them outfits on our own, the trainers they wear for training, how they are. So I spoke to the Minister of Sports and Recreation, who's informed us that he's going to work on their camping. So that's what we are trying to work on, really. But it hasn't been easy. We have had some goodwill from the Ghana Immigration Service. They've been very supportive together with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So visas have been waived. So they are not going to pay for those ones, which is very critical for us, because we want them to see Ghana as a hub of tourism and sports. Besides that, we've also had the police service coming on board. They are going to provide some motorcades so that the athletes can get to the venue without issues. We've also had SNIT and the SNIT Sports Emporium being very magnanimous with us. They've shown us a lot of kindness and support. So the whole facility within the period, that would have cost us so much money. In fact, the money we are even getting from Weightlifting Federation Africa would not have been able to pay for the hall. Yes. Yes. And that is what the SNIT people are giving to.
For you.
Yes, SNIT, the Sports Emporium. And we are extremely grateful. We are grateful to Accra City Hotel. They've also been very, because the rates that they take, they have given us almost half of those rates.
Wow.
Yes, and then same thing, they are giving us the conference facility for the period. Same thing with Central Hotel, that's in the corner. What's the Northridge. So, I mean, we cannot sit here. And then Iron Man. You know, even the athletes, even the supplements to take and train, we do that for them. My board and myself. And so no particular institution is doing that for us. But Iron Man came in this time. He's giving them all the supplements. Even after the championship, he still decided to support the federation. And he's giving them some kits as well. So we are extremely grateful to Iron Man. And we would pray that anybody who is into lifting, whether it's powerlifting, whatever, they should reach out to Iron Man for the best supplement.
Great. So on this premise, will you encourage the minister and government to really put up the sports fund?
Oh, well.
It has been on the shelves for, we've been talking about, you guys have been talking since before you even entered into parliament, they've been talking about it. Where then we don't know where it is. Now, with what is happening now?
You know, I was Deputy Secretary General of the Ghana Olympics Committee. So I had some interest in studying in sports. So I took the position on writing a thesis. So I had the opportunity of having a scholarship to study in the University of Ottawa.
Okay.
So I studied on masters. So my study was on masters in sports management, and my thesis was on sports funding, the lack of sports funding in Ghana.
Wow.
So I took time to write on sports funding, and that tells you that there is a major gap. Why can't we get most of these private companies to take up a sport? Can't we get, say, Gamut to take up a sport? Can't we get, say, KGL to take up a sport? Can't we get MTN to take up a sport? We can. And how do we do that? We should also be thinking of tax waivers for these companies and then still route them through parliament. And so when I'm talking about weightlifting, I know that maybe weightlifting is being run by MTN. So I won't go through, or my board and myself will not go through all the kind of troubles we are going through just to even feed athletes and fend for them, you know, so that the onus of the responsibility will not just be on government. If we are able to do so, there should be some buffer so that at all times material, because if you're looking at how much Parliament even voted for, allocated, as the Ministry of Finance allocated to sports, I think it was 61 million. And out of that 61, about 36 is going into compensation. That's salaries. So you really have about 24 million doing the usual goods and services. And you know that Ghana, the focus is largely on football. So if you are even taking 20 million for football, then it means that now we call it the least finance sports. Least finance sports. So you are going to use 4 million for least finance sports. As we speak, I haven't received anything for my sports. The gym you saw there, you know how you were there, and you know how the gym was, and now how it is. You can find out how we fixed it. So if we should go on this tangent, and you know, funny enough, sometimes you are not even able to talk, because when you talk, people do everything in Ghana political. Yes, I'm a member of parliament. I'm a new patriotic party breed, but I do my sports. I have a vice president who is not my party person. I used to have a general secretary who is not my party person. I have a list of my board members who may not be my party persons. What we do is weightlifting. But if we are not allowed to be very frank and independent and passionate about the sports, and then we are always political about everything, then it is a problem. Even this death, you know, people are even politicizing it. So where are we going as a country? Everything is political, and it's just worrying. Sports. We are discussing sports. We are looking through as to how we can fund the sports, as to how we can help the sports grow. It becomes political. So I believe that if we are able to assign companies, first of all, push them, lobby them, let them understand that there is also something out there for them. If we are doing badminton or weightlifting or arm wrestling, we are signing these companies. They are also going to benefit from tax waivers. They are also going to get some adverts. GTV or GBC Sports or whatever would also give them platforms during a certain period. Like now, GH1, they invited us. That's all. We know that you are at least finance sports. We know you are not going to get any money to run this your show. So come and let's give you a platform so that you can be talking at least so that people can come in and support you. That is what we are pushing for. All of us can be a part of it, including the media. So you know that, oh, you have about 2 minutes advert for a water company who is sponsoring weightlifting. That in itself will build up or encourage that company to what? To push. That, okay, since I'm supporting weightlifting, this is also what I'm getting. But if we are going
we've seen Parliament pass laws raising, giving people tax incentives for Club 100, blah blah blah. It's when you go into your Hansard. There are so many things that you've been doing. And last time there was debate in Parliament that it is too much. We are giving too much for some companies to just come in, raking the money and go, blah blah blah. Why hasn't it been done? Sports has been there for years.
Well, so that depends on leadership.
Okay. So are you going to push? Are you going to help do it?
I've always looked at things from the national interest.
So are you going to? Are you going to hold like the way you whip your people to tell the Minister for Sports that Charlie, this is the time, let's do it now?
You can ask him. He's already getting some pressure from me, and sometimes it's uncomfortable because if you are not even careful, it may look and sound like personal.
Okay.
No, there's no personal interest. The interest is national interest.
Okay, so on the day, everybody should come and see something new about
weightlifting.
Are you promising us? We know what you can do.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
All the people will come. And we know what. So
weightlifting is exciting.
Okay.
And it's a sport that is currently at its best. That when people come, nobody would ask them to either want to join or push people to join.
So now that CESA Games is just around the corner, we are wrapping up.
Well, we expect the CESA people to also understand that they should draw nearer to weightlifting. And they will understand weightlifting as a sport that is, I would say, is better than others. But it's very good to be a part of.
It's very good to be a part of it. So
and then we are going to expect they will
come. So viewers, all roads will be leading. So tell somebody to tell somebody, come along with the family and just come and enjoy. It's free at the Bukum Sports Emporium. Come, Gamashi Hall, come and see something beautiful. I'm just waiting to see the opening, the way they arrange the culture, everything, food. Whereby can come and watch something. As for Jerry, the one he says you do so. And Gideon, he doesn't sleep. So they know what they put down there. Gentlemen, thank you very much for your time. And then
I didn't want trouble, so I still had to pass through. Although
you are saying it on air.
Yes,
again.
Oh, me, I don't want your trouble.
And so that's the page. The page returns same time tomorrow. Catch us up at Obonu TV as well. They will pass through and also give an update to the Ghana community. So return same time tomorrow. Have a lovely day.